The next time you decide to go pay for something, if you pay for it in cash, you will ultimately be better off at the end of the day. Numerous studies have been done over the years in the difference between paying with cash or paying with credit or debit. And the studies have shown that people that pay with credit or debit cards end up spending up to 83% more than people who pay with cash. And obviously, there's logical reasons for that. One, if you have cash, you're physically handing somebody over some money that you're counting out of your pocket. And swiping that card, it's kind of an out of sight, out of mind thing. But a second reason for that is you actually have a little bit more, even in this day and age, you have a little bit more negotiating power with cash. And retailers are more likely to negotiate with you because they don't have credit or debit card fees that they have to pay.
That's interesting. I did I hadn't really thought about it that way, but I do know that there are certain vendors. I mean, honestly, go get your driver's license renewed. You'll find out
Yeah.
at the state level, they charge the transaction fees to you. The government is not paying Visa and MasterCard and American Express
This is true.
the transaction fees. So you obviously save, 2, 3, 4% by writing a check instead of swiping a card. But there are a lot of vendors that are adopting that as well. I've seen that increasingly at restaurants. I have seen that with service providers, especially if you think about someone like a roofing contractor, because I had this event with them. Um, you can spend $10,000, $15,000 easy on a roof these days. And think about 3.25% of a $12,000 check. That's a pretty sizable chunk of change. Uh, a lot of those kind of vendors are deciding, well, you know what, I'm not going to pay that. So if you want to pay with plastic, you get to pay the transaction fee along with it. So that's a huge way to save some dough.
Sure. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And on them larger transactions, if you can pay with cash, sure. I mean, think about that roof, let's say, for example. There's always upgrades you can purchase and someone's trying to upsell you. If you're paying with cash as opposed to financing it, that takes it to a whole nother level because it means so much more to you. If you're financing something, that's, like I said, even more exasperated than a credit or debit card because now you're breaking it down into small monthly payments, right? And now you're saying to yourself, "Oh, I can pay 9,000 for this, but if I get this, it's 11,000." And that only adds $6 a month. Well, that $6 psychologically is a lot different than $2,000 at the end of that term, plus the interest. So, yeah, cash is always a better option if you can pay that way.
The Purposeful Podcast.